Meet Sir Fluffy. Look, it's hanging from a tree, practically upside down. Cats have this superpower thanks to their claws. If you take a closer look at a cat's paw, you might think it has no claws at all. But contrary to a well-known myth, cats don't hide their claws inside their paws. Right now, you just can't see them because of the fur. But what if you turn on your X-ray vision? Okay, I know, but let's assume you have it. You can see the bony flanges of a cat's toes. They end in sharp claws. There are 2 tendons in each toe. One long tendon connects the tip of the cat's toe to the bottom of its foot, and another short tendon connects the tip of the toe to the previous phalanx. When Sir Fluffy is calm and doesn't need to use its claws, the upper tendon tightens and the lower tendon relaxes. You can try doing this too. Put your hand on the floor, palm down. Then bend your fingers so that their tips are touching the palm and your fingernails are touching the floor. Now try lifting your fingers without taking your palm off the floor. If you can raise your nails off the floor, congratulations. You're just like a cat. Interestingly, the cat's hind paws are designed differently. The animal can't hide and release the claws on them. Dogs can't retract their claws. That's why you hear them hitting the floor when your pooch is walking. But Sir Fluffy can sneak up on you silently because its claws are up at the moment. Plus, cats walk by leaning on their toes rather than the whole foot, like, for example, humans. Cats use their claws for more than just climbing and playing. The last phalanx of their toes carries most of their weight. Normally, a cat's center of gravity is in the front above its paws. When a cat is standing, it's possible to draw a straight line from that point to the floor right through the cat's paws. If it weren't for the claws on the tips of their toes, cats would be unstable and wouldn't have that perfect balance. So, claws are very important to cats, which is why they keep scratching soft furniture. They do this to sharpen their claws, but not to make them look like little hooks. These animals try to get rid of the top layer of their claws. A cat's toe ends in a cylindrical bone, and the claw grows in a round shape right out of that bone. By comparison, people have flat nails that start growing where the cuticle begins. It means the nail actually grows not from the tip of the finger or toe, but from its base. The cuticle just pushes the nail forward. A cat's claw grows like a snakeskin. Every new layer appears right under the old one, and this new claw grows inside the old one like in a case. When a cat scratches your couch, it's not trying to make the tip of the claw sharper. The animal is getting rid of the worn-out top layer. So don't be alarmed if you find a piece of your cat's claw in your apartment. Your pet is fine. It just got rid of an old claw shell, like a snake gets rid of its old skin. In structure, cats' claws are more like human teeth. They too grow out of bone, even though our teeth don't renew themselves over time. Outdoor cats usually sharpen their claws naturally when they run on the pavement or climb a tree. House cats have to use your furniture. Aren't we lucky? But you can always make a special toy for your pet. For example, try wrapping some rope around a table leg. And keep in mind that sharpening its claws isn't a bad habit for your cat. It's a necessity, and it'll keep your pet healthy for years to come. Now, if your cat keeps scratching the couch though, try dabbing a drop of lemon or orange oil on that spot. Cats dislike this smell and won't even go near your furniture. But in this case, provide your cat with a decent alternative for sharpening its claws. As cats get older, their claws become much stronger and more difficult to sharpen. That's when your pet may need some help. You can cut its claws with clippers, but you need to be very careful and precise. If you look at a claw under bright light, you'll see where the toe bone ends. It's important to cut the claw just below this bone to avoid damaging the toe. Whiskers are hairs that grow near the cat's nose and eyes. They have a denser structure and are several times longer than regular fur, but their main feature is hidden under the skin. Let's take a closer look at Sir Fluffy's mustache. Each whisker grows from a hair pouch, which is surrounded by hundreds of nerve endings. The whiskers near the eyes are united by the trigeminal nerve. You have such a nerve too, by the way. Even though whiskers are often called tactile hairs, they don't feel anything, but cats can perceive the slightest vibrations in the air with their whiskers. For example, if we put Sir Fluffy in a completely dark room, where even the cat's enhanced eyesight won't help, the animal will freeze in place and listen with the help of its whiskers. Light air currents get reflected from nearby objects, such as furniture. Whiskers pick up these currents like antennae. Hundreds of nerve endings then send a signal to the animal's brain, and Sir Fluffy can analyze the arrangement of objects in a completely dark room. They can avoid obstacles and go around the corners without touching them. Since whiskers can pick up such slight vibrations, they're also called vibrissae. Cats can move them. For example, when a cat yawns, its whiskers move slightly forward. Cats also use them to assess whether they'll fit through a narrow hole. Because of the increased sensitivity of the cat's whiskers, you need to use a wide, flat bowl to feed your pet. If your cat constantly bends its whiskers against the walls of the narrow bowl, they might lose their sensitivity, and it'll be as if you've lost your vision. The tail helps cats to keep their balance and serves as a kind of communication. Usually, the cat's center of gravity is above its front paws. But if the animal moves its tail back, the center of gravity will also shift back. This helps cats jump. When a cat walks on a narrow surface, like a fence, its tail is lifted. Then the animal's weight rests on its front paws, and it can easily keep its balance. You can always tell a cat's mood by its tail. If Sir Fluffy's tail is pulled up like an antenna when the animal is walking, it's content and wants to cuddle or play. And if the tip of the tail is wiggling, the cat is especially happy. If the tail is up in the shape of a question mark, try to find some time for your pet. Most likely, it's sad and wants affection. If Sir Fluffy's tail is down, you should be careful. If you spook the cat now, it may get unfriendly. Beware of its sharp claws and fast reactions. When Sir Fluffy hides its tail under its body, pipe, and its fur is standing on end, the cat is trying to scare you away. The animal does it by trying to appear bigger than it really is. This happens when the animal wants to protect its territory. When Sir Fluffy whips its tail from side to side, it's trying to signal that no one should come close to it. If you do decide to approach the animal, it might take it as a challenge and fight you. The tail's slow swishing indicates that Sir Fluffy is very focused on something at the moment. It might have seen a mouse or a bird outside the window. Sometimes your cat may freeze, huddling on the floor and slowly moving its tail. It means the animal is ready to make a dash for something. And if Sir Fluffy comes up to another cat and wraps its tail around it, you better leave them alone. This is how cats cuddle and express a romantic mood. When you're about to feed your cat, it's likely to start rubbing against your feet and putting its tail around you. This is the ultimate expression of that love your pet feels for you.